Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's special style snack. If you're new here, my name is April, and I help women discover their personal style. And right now, we're doing a series on seasonal color palettes and seasonal color palette analysis because my new course that I've been telling you is coming is live. The doors are open. It's called Seasonal Color Palette Confidence, and it's all about helping you, number one, discover your personal best color palette, and number two, teaching you all about the foundations of the color and how to find any color in the rainbow and find the one that's perfect for you. Because women, we can all wear any color. It's just a matter of finding our perfect version of it. And so many, so many systems limit the seasons to specific colors on the color wheel. And it's just, you can wear anything. And so I teach you all about it and how to find those colors. You're not limited to the swatches you get, and how to find those colors in your closet and in the wild. So today, and you can learn more about that at stunningstyle.com/color. But today I want to tell you talk about the number one tip to looking younger without new potions. And I'm going to tell you a story. Are you enjoying this story time with April? One day, I looked in the mirror and I did not recognize myself. I talked a little bit about this on Wednesday. I looked older, like a lot older, at least my age and maybe worse than that. And I was used to being mistaken for 10 years younger. And at the time, I didn't do anything about it. I had 5,000 little kids. I was one busy mom, and we really couldn't afford it to spend all the money on the products that promised results. And it took a few years before I had the time and everything to do something about it. So I went out and I spent hundreds of dollars on a new skincare regimen that promised to shave the ears off my face. And I applied it faithfully, morning and night, awaiting the miraculous promised results. I had seen all the before and after photos. They looked like they were 20 again. I was in my 30s when I did this. And, you know, it takes time to rejuvenate your skin. I didn't expect it to happen overnight, so I waited. Months 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 passed by, and my after picture still looked a lot like my before picture. And I wasn't just disappointed. I felt guilty for throwing away over $1,000 on purchasing products that did nothing for me, because in a year, that one round doesn't do it. I kept repurchasing. And honestly, I felt hopeless. And if this didn't work, nothing would. So I went back to my basic face wash and moisturizer, because why not save all that money? But then I found the answer in my closet. I went back to wearing my best colors, the colors I've known about since I was a little girl. And suddenly the skin transformation I had hoped for happened literally overnight and for free. The solutions were hanging in my closet. They were clothes in my best color palette. And this was not news to me. I've known I was a winter since I was a little girl. And, but I went through this phase of, I just didn't want to look like I was a mom of 6 kids in 6 years, a mom of triplets. There's nothing wrong with aging gracefully. Let me just say that first. I'm trying to do that, but there's also no reason not to take a simple step that can make you look your best self, right? I mean, we wear makeup to highlight our best features. I color my hair to make it look its best. I'm not ready to embrace the gray, right? And so there's nothing wrong with wanting to look as young as you can within the bounds of what you feel comfortable with, whatever that may be. And I did not enjoy looking older than I was, particularly when I was used to looking a lot younger than I was. It was a rough transition for me. And I got that, oh yeah, she's a tired mom of 1,000 kids, so yeah, she looks like it. And that frustrated me. And so by changing my shirt, and then I progressed to changing my makeup and I changed my hair color. I get a lot of questions about whether I'm a natural redhead, and I am not. I have a lot of natural warmth in my hair. I was a strawberry blonde growing up, but the redhead you see in the pictures, that came from a box of Clairol. And so I slowly transitioned. It started with the clothes, then the makeup, and then I changed my hair to a color that suits me better. But even with just the change of the shirt, my complexion was suddenly even. It was brighter, and I looked years younger. I looked more rested and healthier. And this was when I had 6 young children. I had my first 5 in 3 years, and then we waited 3 years and had 3 more. So how old was I when this happened? Well, I'll have to do the math soon. I can't math right now. But I had all those young kids, so I was tired. I looked as tired as I felt, maybe a little worse. So let's look at another before and after picture. I shared some with you on Wednesday, and I've been going back and digging back into my photo library, and it's been equal parts humbling and gratifying. It's humbling to see how less good I looked back then and how much better I look now. I look so much better and younger at 47 than I did this was 11 years ago, so I was 36 at this time. And it was maybe a year or two after this that I started trying to improve my appearance. But I do not look, I at least look 36 in this photo, but probably older. This is not, and every time I saw pictures of myself, it showed up even worse than in the mirror. And I just felt so, gosh, I did not feel good about how I looked. I didn't feel good about myself. And that made me feel bad. And now I feel more attractive than I did back then. And I find that gratifying. So I can laugh about the pictures and just look back, and that woman was doing the very best she could. And I give her all the grace in the world. And now that I know better, I can do more to look and feel my best every day. And the great part is you can have this overnight complexion makeover too when you start wearing clothes in your seasonal color palette. And with my new seasonal color palette confidence, you'll not only learn what your personal best colors are, but you'll also learn how to find them right in your closet. If you've been around, you know what a huge fan I am of shopping your closet first. No shopping outside of your closet is required. And so what I did when I went back to my best colors is I went through my closet, because I did have some. They weren't as easy to find at that time because other color palettes were trending. And I pulled them all out and I shoved the other clothes back and I put them right there at the front so that I could easily get to them every day. Because I've always gotten dressed every day and pick from them. And I had enough to have a capsule wardrobe each season. And then slowly over time, I added a few more items each season to expand my wardrobe, but I had enough. I had enough. And so, I have some questions for you based on how I felt. Do you look in the mirror and wonder where the years went like I did? Have you spent a small fortune on miracles in a bottle like I did? And do you wonder why they aren't working for you or is not as much as you'd hoped like I did? Does your skin look washed out, ruddy, sallow, or dull? Do you want to shave years off your face overnight? Do you want to learn exactly how to do it without buying a single new serum? Do you want to learn how to personalize your best color palette and how to wear every color in the rainbow and still look your best? And that means, like, for me, the reason I felt such a huge hole in my wardrobe. Some systems are more restrictive than others, and I particularly felt a hole in my neutrals. And so I kept buying a lot of color to try to fill that hole. And I call this my color explosion years. I didn't understand what that itch was that I was trying to scratch. And it was especially a problem in my bottoms and my shoes. And even more so in the winter. And so I was buying colorful pants and colorful boots that I didn't feel comfortable in. A lot of women love those, and that is great. It didn't feel good to me, but I was doing that because I was dissatisfied with my choices. I felt limited, and so I was buying things that didn't really do the job. I just didn't know what would. So I was doing the best I could with what I knew. And I was never more tempted to stray from my color palette than I was in the fall. I know I am not the only woman who gets fall color palette envy. And tell me if you do too. Come September, we all want to have the fall feels. And one of those ways that it's easiest is to wear those beautiful autumn colors. I am not an autumn, and I look like a lobster who is approaching the end of its very long life. My skin gets so red, and you can see that the lines in my face are more pronounced. Shadows under my eyes are a lot worse. But for several years, I did it anyway. Because I wasn't really focused on why that might be happening, because I love those colors. And now I can wear burgundy and teal and orange and deep reds because I know exactly which ones work for a winter color palette. I don't have to miss out on those fall color trends. So I'm thrilled, and I don't have to sacrifice my best colors anymore just to get that seasonal satisfaction. So if you've had enough of looking at me before and after, and if you said yes to any of the above, then you can have 100% confidence that my new seasonal color palette confidence course will give you exactly what you want. And here's the best part. So this is the first time I'm launching this to my full community. We opened it up to a small group earlier, and they've loved it. But because I love you so much, and I appreciate all of your support and being here with me, I'm offering you 30% off for this initial launch as a thank you. And it's fun in the holidays as well. And this won't last. The doors close next Thursday, I think, the 28th, whatever day the 28th is. I'm still grappling with the fact that it's the 22nd. So, and I don't want you to miss out because the price is going up next year, maybe more than 30%. We haven't entirely decided. And are you ready to wake up looking rejuvenated and reveal your natural beauty to the world? Then enroll now before it gets lost in the shuffle of life. I know this is a busy season of the year and you're out buying gifts to spoil everyone in your life and make this a special time for them. But are you spoiling yourself? Are you giving yourself any gifts? Are you giving yourself the opportunity to do something you want, to have something that you want? And I bet a lot of you would love the gift of looking like your best self, looking younger. Let's just say it how it is. Your overnight transformation awaits. And I promise you will see results right away. You will get instant access to the very first 2 modules. The first one is how to find your seasonal color palette on your own. That alone is worth 3 times the price of the course that I'm charging right now. Because a private color consultation will cost anywhere from $300 to $500. And then you'll learn all about your season. And then starting on January 5th, you'll get 2 lessons a week as you learn more about these color families and how to find them. And you'll learn about your best makeup, your best jewelry. And then in the last module, we'll tie it all together. You'll style it all together so you know exactly how to make it work in your wardrobe. I mean, you'll learn that along the way, but we'll tie it all together at the end and really wrap up those details. So I can't wait for you to join me. I cannot wait for you to be able to do something special for yourself and to give yourself a gift that you deserve. You are worthy of doing something for yourself. And as women, we're taught to give until it hurts, to sacrifice it all for everyone around us and put ourselves at the end of, or maybe not even on the list. We are trained to be martyrs and we're praised for it. And it's killing us. And it's not true. That's not the way life should work. So do something for yourself this season. Even if it's just to sit down and put your feet up by a fire or read a good book, I hope you'll do something to love yourself this season. And I hope you will join me in the Seasonal Color Palette Confidence course. And you can learn more about it at stunningstyle.com/color. And on YouTube, hold on, I gotta zoom in here. Alyssa wants to say hi. So hello, Alyssa. I'm so glad you could join me today on this not normal date and time. And I will be sharing a few more tips with you next week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay, yeah, so the doors close on Thursday. So I hope you'll be able to join me again at 1 p.m. Eastern time. I want to thank you for joining me today on the surprise live. And for those of you who watch the replay, hello, and thank you for watching as well. I appreciate you spending time with me. So I hope you have a wonderful Christmas this weekend. And for those of you who don't celebrate, that you have a wonderful holiday season as well, and that you are able to spend it with those you love. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your holiday weekend, and I will see you soon.